Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking out another episode of Jeff Wilkins TV. If you haven't tried, I'm going to say this first before I go into anything. Those strawberry Krispy Kreme donuts. Oh my God. That's all I'm saying. Straight bussin'. Straight bussin'. Gotta try them. They're good. Thank you all for bearing with me. This is new. I'm enjoying this. But each video is going to get better and better and better and better. And I'm just going to commit to just, doing a post after every movie I watch during this quarantine. So, just keep bearing with me. We're going to rise together. All of us. Alright? If you're looking for a show, a good quick watch to add to your resume, and not something that's like a lifelong commitment, that's like, oh my God, I've been watching it forever, I'm ready for it to end. This is a show that I first watched. This is probably the first show I watched on Netflix when it first came out. It's a show called Lie to Me. Great show. Fantastic show, great subject, great characters. I'll tell you what it's about. It's about a guy who, he's like an expert on micro expressions and body language. He lived with the Aborigines or some kind of African tribe who, it's weird just how they could just tell how people were lying. And that's his skill. And the star of it is the one and only Tim Roth. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's been in a lot of Tarantino movies. Awesome guy. He's always playing an a-hole. So this is a great role for him. If you don't know, he was the bad guy in Hulk, and he was the bad guy. People don't know. He was the villain in Planet of the Apes, the one with Mark Wahlberg. He was Thade, General Thade. Awesome movie, but he was great. This role is so him. What got me hooked on this show, here, this is what the cup says today. Okay? What got me hooked on the show was the very first 3 minutes of it. I knew the show was going to be special. I'm going to tell you what happens, okay? There's this white supremacist. He's in this interrogation room, okay? There's like this bomb squad, this big threat where there's supposed to be bombings. And this guy's sitting there, and they bring Tim Roth in. And he's like, the client won't talk. He won't say nothing. And there's supposed to be 3 bombs, and they don't know which place it's at. So he walks in, and this guy, he's just smirking, smiling. He got all these tattoos on his face. And he says, okay. He says, let me see, 3 bombs. You wouldn't happen to do this one, too small for you. He's looking at him, and he's like, okay, well, you probably want, a lot of credit for this, so boom, boom, boom. And the guy's just shrugging his head. He's just looking at him, right? Then he says something. I forgot exactly what he says. Tim Roth at this time, like I said, the guy has not said anything. He says, okay, well, I know where it's at. He gets up and leaves. And the guy says, but I didn't say anything. And he says, you didn't have to. And he walked out. And then he goes in there and said, the church is going to be something AME church, because when I said so-and-so, his eyebrow went up. But he had his smirk went up because he felt like he was getting over on me. But when I said so-and-so, he didn't seem interested, or he knew it was a clear something like that, or whatever he was like, that gave it away. So every time he does these intros, every show, he goes to real footage, like in the OJ case or the Susan Smith trial or Bill Clinton. And he was like, let's say he asked you something, and like every time you keep saying yes, you keep shaking your head no, right? He goes to Bill Clinton's actual footage of the Monica Lewinsky thing where he was like, no, I did not have sex with that woman. And he was shaking his head while he was like, it's smooth. He does it every time. He pulls a real, like, film, actual reference. Another thing I thought was cool was they was bringing this, they had this real expensive lie test that they had hooked up to this guy, and they were bragging about how much money they paid for this machine. This guy, they just broke him in. They was like, man, this machine is way better than you and all this. This is a whole nother episode. So he walks in with this big egg. It was like a big egg. He said it was an ostrich egg. So he tells the guy to hold it. So this guy is going through this stuff and like he can beat it, he can beat it. So he's showing off. So while the guy's holding this egg, he brings this this girl that she ain't wearing no panties, but she got on a real tight dress. And he asked him a stupid question like, what was his name? And this geek guy, like I said, he has a suit on, and he had the suit and tie and everything on. He starts sweating, and the egg cracks. He's like, that's called a lion's egg. That's what Africans use. If you lie like this, blah, 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 you were killed. Boom, boom, boom. But he was like, this machine just made your machine look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because it was just weird how he passed these tests or whatever. But when I tell you, you know, the group is not just for solving cases. People use them like if you're a millionaire, you want to make sure somebody's not marrying you for your money, you know, paternity tests, not just solving crimes. Like there was a football player that was like in some kind of like statutory rape case thing, right? And they needed to see if he really did it. They got this guy before he got drafted or whatever. Like the way the show works is really neat. So, like I said, man, the show ended. You could tell they had more to go with it, but I don't know maybe what happened with the network or whatever, but they stopped the show. But it was on Netflix. They took it back off. Maybe they put it back on. But if you can find Lie to Me, you will be very impressed. You'll really like the show, and I look forward to hearing what you guys think about it. But this is a quick one, like I said. You know, I thank you guys for bearing with me. Make sure you hit that like, stay inside, subscribe, save a life. Get these Krispy Kreme donuts. And I look forward to many more crazy videos. I'm enjoying this. Like I said, after every movie, I'm just going to vent and blog and post up these awesome shows. And just thank you guys for letting me do something creative, okay? Y'all take care. Peace out. Toodles.